Howdy everyone. This is Konstantin and welcome to daily update on what's going on in today's Russia, or the country that used to be called Russia and has been evolving in front of our eyes. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hope you will get something valuable today. I'm going to make this stream a little different from what it usually is. I would like first to thank my wonderful mods, people without who these streams would not be possible, because they are truly my angels that watching over me and watching my back. They are the moderator HQ, Lorna, Mommy, and Robert Bates, and some moderators who recently joined: Julie F., Harry Portman, Yarn Prepper, Pinball, and Bob S. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Let me see what. Let me tell you what I have planned for today. I would like to do half of the stream just talking to you, delivering my message, and this message will be more about myself today than about the news, the developments, the things unfolding. Not really much important. I mean, everything that happens these days is extremely important, but nothing breakthrough-ish, if you know what I mean. Nothing so significant that I could drop everything and I would be like, hey, listen, this is what happened today. Nothing like that. More like the usual. Russian and Ukrainians are negotiating about the ceasefire and about the end of this operation. Happens every day, at least what they're telling us. They're talking every day. Russian authorities have started cracking down on people speaking up their minds, speaking up their opinions. There is a concern growing among attorneys, among all people who are in the know of things. I have spoken to quite a few people today on this matter, and it's not looking good. And concerns me directly, because I am very, very deep inside Russia. Before I start, I would also like to say or ask, yesterday I gave a shout out asking any person with experience of graphic design send me an email to help me out with some artwork for my channel, and possibly some help with some designs for just apparel. I don't know. This YouTube offers this new service that you can create a design and put it on the hoodies, t-shirts, cups, and things like that. So that's what I've been thinking. Yesterday, a few people asked me about that. So anyway, the very first person who replied right after the stream, I replied back, and I forgot the name. I apologize, because I get over 100 emails every day. And we decided to make a Zoom telephone call, well, a Zoom call. And you know what happened? I set up the Zoom, but the email from that person disappeared. And I cannot find it. I looked everywhere. I looked in the trash and deleted messages, everything. So if you're watching me right now, I don't even remember you're a girl or a boy. I just don't remember the name. If you're watching, please email me again, because you were the first one to reply. I had a few replies, which I'm going to process as soon as I'm done with this stream. I'm a little behind on the emails. So please reply. Let's do the Zoom call and we'll see what that leads to. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would like to speak of miracles today. No more, no less than miracles, okay? I would like to update you, basically not update, but tell you my story. How I have felt over this past month and how I have changed feeling. Anyway, without further ado, I've said it many times ago that upon learning, very unexpectedly, surprisingly learning about this attack that Russia staged on Ukraine on the 24th and called it special military operation, I felt devastated. Still kind of feel devastated, but in the beginning it was just like a blow. I was hit by a train, literally, emotional train. And all people I know in my family, Natasha, the kids, everyone, my mom, my aunt, same thing. Couldn't believe it. We were denying it. We were just could not believe it, plain and simple. Then this feeling it was lasting for a few days. And first, I think 3 or 4 days were absolutely devastating, absolutely worst. I don't even know how to explain it to you. Trust me, it was probably worst days of my life. The worst day was when my dad died, passed away, 27th of May last year. But that was different. That was sharp pain, but everything was black and white. My dad just left for another world, for a better place. And that's how the life works. This situation was completely different, okay? So anyway, then now it gets personal. I hope you like it. I literally, when that first strike happened, I pulled out my camera, my telephone, I set it up in front of me and I made a video. That video was very aggressive, very bold, very brave, and I uploaded it instantly. And I think 10,000 people watched it. But after a few days I had to take it down because there's a new law that would criminally prosecute me for video like that, okay? So upon making and uploading the video, I could not work on the 24th. I couldn't do anything. I was just sitting there like I had just been hit by a train, literally, and trying to pick myself up from pieces, okay? And exactly at the moment when that happened, I knew what to expect. I knew what to expect due to one simple thing. When that happened, I am a smart guy. I'm an economist. And I know what the West had been thinking about Russia amassing troops and how many times Russia had been warned. And it finally happened, and I knew that a slew of economic sanctions like Russia had not seen before was coming. It's like many times I've said it before, it's a tidal wave. Earthquake happened in the ocean, tidal wave was born, and it's coming. It's probably 5-6 hours away from us, okay? And we can be going out, eating out, dancing, watching movies, falling in love, whatever. But the tidal wave is coming and it's gonna hit us in 5-6 hours. So at day one, I knew, and I called up my boss, the shareholder of the company, and he was absolutely shocked. And he said, listen, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we just wait and see what happens. But I immediately knew that my job would be in limbo. And not just my job, my company would be in limbo because, it's sad what happened. It's unheard of, unthinkable, okay? So I was sitting there in the afternoon, I remember very well, and I was behind my desk in my office in a house in Rostov, I was looking at the computer, but staring, but not really understanding what's on the computer, okay? I was just thinking, and I remember I was thinking or saying, asking myself, I prayed a little bit, but I was more of a talking to myself, okay? I was thinking like, what am I gonna do in a couple months when our industry is going to take a hit? Like, what's gonna happen to us and to me personally? How am I going to feed the family? I have couple properties, I have couple cars, I can sell those, but you know what? When the worst comes to worst, and when this is a SHTF situation, property, real estate, it becomes very unliquid. In other words, you cannot take your house or apartment somewhere and go and exchange it for a loaf of bread, if you know what I mean, okay? It takes a long time to sell it, and demand drops down significantly. So you can say that in good times, if you have property, that's great. If you have cars, that's great. You know, if you have, I don't know, commercial building, that's great. But in times of SHTF, doesn't help you much, okay? And that's what I was thinking. And I decided to do the streams. You all remember, well, some of you remember what was happening in the streams. By the way, no comments for now. I will turn comments in about 15 minutes because I want to deliver a message and not be interrupted by super chats or by comments or anything like that. So it's coming. I was thinking, what am I gonna do? Like, how are we gonna survive? How are families gonna survive? You know, in case the war comes to Russia, what happens? And all these questions were running through my mind. And I felt absolutely lonely. I mean, my wife was by my side, my mom, but that's just a small group of people, you know. That's not enough. I didn't know who I could talk about this thing, who I could share it with. And that day I decided to do the live streams, right? Day number 1. Again, most of you remember the first live stream I did, and the first few. I was very direct, I was very bold, brave, and I was very loud in the streams, okay? And in one of the first, I think stream number 3 or 4, I started praying. But anyway, over the 4 weeks that have followed, that's been so much of a bad stuff that happened to me. Like many of you keep on commenting, I saw the comments today after I went to dentist, you know, I made a post in the community section. I'm exhausted. A lot of people are saying, hey, you need to get some sleep, you need to get some rest and things like that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I am exhausted physically, I'm exhausted mentally, I'm exhausted emotionally, certainly. Most of all emotionally. And, you know, it's pretty bad. And what happened in the first 2 weeks, the best analogy I can make is sharp pain. I was hurting so much. It was like if someone just took a knife and stuck it into my heart, and my heart was bleeding. It was a sharp pain, sharp pain. I was watching how everything was unfolding outside of Russia in Ukraine, and I was hurting for Ukrainians. I'm still hurting. I was looking at how things are unfolding in Russia. People becoming split into camps, the chasm growing, and you know, I saw the financial sanctions and everything, and so tough. So first 2 weeks, insanely hurtful, and then, you know, things started changing in about week number 3. I started feeling less sharp pain, but it rather turned into dull pain. You know, there's a huge difference when you have sharp toothache, right? You just like, you can't stand it. But then when it's dull, like right now I'm having dull toothache because I had a filling replaced and anesthesia is gone. So it's dull, it's not sharp, I can live with that, okay? So from about 3rd week, that sharp pain has been turning into dull pain, okay? And my understanding, this dull pain inside of my heart is going to stay for a long, long time, okay? As long as the things, the actions, the events in Ukraine are remembered, and they're gonna be remembered for a long time. And I'm gonna be hurting every time because I'm a witness. I'm a witness to that. I've seen Russians, other Russians who don't really care that much, who just keep on living their lives. People like that, I do not judge them. I do not, blame them or anything. It's a fact. There are people like that, that's it. I'm not one of them. I am hurting and aching. So, what happened next? Well, I've been telling you it's pretty bad stuff, okay? Emotionally, again, physically, just so hard, especially emotionally. Psychologically, it's so hard because I feel like I'm under a huge weight, responsibility for my family, well, for myself more or less, uncertainty in the future, uncertainty with my job. I had never felt anything like this before COVID. When COVID landed in Moscow, I started feeling for the first time. For a very short time, for a few days, I felt like I was out of control, and that was a terrible feeling, okay? But then things changed, literally like a week, and I felt like I regained control. Everything was back to normal. Yeah, COVID throws something into our way. We're gonna do this and this and that. I have support of my family, friends, I have money, I have job, I have like everything, right? So, and it turned out to be absolutely true. We've won over COVID. I was sick with COVID 3 times or 4 times. I think 2 confirmed, 2 unconfirmed. But anyway, COVID turned out to be not a big deal. But this is so much worse. I still feel like I am a great deal out of control because I have kids to feed, and no one knows how this is gonna turn out. The sanctions keep on coming. We're keep on hit with everything the West can even imagine of hitting us with. Still a huge uncertainty. The worst thing is how people start behave on the inside Russia. Again, the society is split, and the ones who are against our point of view, they're very aggressive. I don't even want to talk about it much. And the government is going after us, the ones who disagree, so hard, it's not even funny anymore. Well, that's the bad part. The sharp pain for a couple weeks turned into dull pain, and dull pain is to stay for a long time, and it's with me, and it's not gonna go anywhere. Now, not only bad stuff happened, and this is really strange, but you listen to me, because this is important. I was thinking over this situation, and this is when it gets interesting. I'm not talking about what's happening in Ukraine. It is very understandable that it's a tragedy. People are getting killed, people are getting misplaced, and military actions came to a country that was peaceful. Tragedy, absolute tragedy. I discuss as much as I can, and I cannot much due to new Russian legislation that kind of trades in for, if us speaking about certain things, them giving us many years behind bars, okay? And I don't like this trade. So, we'll put Ukraine aside. I speak of Ukraine every single day, okay? I've spoken for 1 month already. Now, these things that started happening to me are short of incredible, magnificent, or magical. I don't know, whatever you call them. First, I clearly remember I was sitting there in front of my desk, my computer monitor, and there's a huge icon like there's a Jesus and 12 apostles, his deputies, whatever. Saint Paul, Saint Peter, and Judas and everyone, and they're having a last meal, last dinner. I forgot, last supper. That's the icon. I have a large one, so it kind of overlooks me all the time. And I was sitting in front of it, and I was speaking to myself. I was asking myself, what am I gonna do for money? How am I gonna survive? My job is strong, but most likely in a couple months, we'll be lucky if we get huge pay cuts, okay, and keep the jobs. Worst comes to worst, we're out of jobs. And you know what? That very day, a miracle happened. My channel, YouTube channel, that I had never considered like a serious source of income, okay? I had never planned, I had never thought of it as an income. Hobby? Yeah, that's what it was. Was it making me any money? Yes. $200 to $300 one month, something like that. I think one month I got like $450. That's pocket change. That's not much. It's good to take kids out, to buy them present. It's good to buy a new camera once in a while. Things like that, I just spent $1,700 on my new cell phone that I use primarily as a camera. You get the idea, okay? So it had never been a source of income, had never been thought of to be the source of income. But my channel started growing. First, little by little, but that in the following days, it started growing like crazy. And the first miracle happened. I started making like really good money on this channel. People started sending me super chats. I have never asked for super chats. I have never begged, okay? And just merely, I said a few times, if you consider and if you generous enough to give super chats now, they're very much appreciated due to my job. That's all I said. And you know what? The stream of super chats has been absolutely incredible. And soon I realized that I have two streams of income from YouTube. First is the money from advertisement, because there were so many views. Over the last month, I got over 1 million views. Okay, that's a lot, and that's a lot of commercials being shown, and that's a lot of money. That's serious money you can get by onto, And the super chats. And the super chats have been so incredible. You guys, you know who you are. You've been supporting me with money, throwing me super chats, prayers, good words, and stuff like that. And you know what? That day that I was sitting on the 24th, my thought, it wasn't even a prayer, okay? It was just a thought and conversation to myself. It was answered. It was answered. Now, if I get a payout from YouTube, I was supposed to get money yesterday. No such luck yet. So if I get them soon for the month of February, just a little bit. But the month of March is going to be really large, and I'm gonna get quite a big payout in April. If I get that, that will give me relative financial security, reserve, okay? And this is great. My job is still up in the air, is still in limbo. Don't know what's gonna happen with it. Things are not looking well. At least I still am having the job, and looks like next month I still will have a job, But other than that, that's the first miracle I wanted to share with you, and this is the most amazing thing that happened to me. Second miracle is, remember I was telling you how I was feeling alone. I was feeling like I had no one except for my mom, my wife, and a couple really close friends to share. And that changed too, the very same day. I started doing the super chats, not super chats. The live streams, when I started receiving the super chats, I think on the live stream number 3, I was just sitting there and trying to end the stream, and all of a sudden I had an urge inside to pray. And I prayed publicly. Now, I had never prayed publicly. Okay, I'm not a preacher. I don't even know one single prayer. I'm not a good Christian. Look, I don't go to church every Sunday. We try like once in a while we go, but not on every Sunday. And I don't know prayers by heart. But something just started coming out of my heart. Okay, and I started praying. A lot of you remember that. I was praying for Maria Z at first, and then everyone in Ukraine. And from that point, the community started growing. More and more people started showing up in the live streams. You remember that. Lorna, Mommy, Robert, Julie F was there, and a lot of you. You remember, we had like, what, 300-400 people, then 700, then 1,000. It was like, wow, 1,000, then 2,500, then 3,800. And at one point, I was talking to the camera, and the mods didn't know what to do because they were overwhelmed. It was just Lorna and Mommy, and I think Robert, or just two of you. They were overwhelmed with the number of people, number of comments. But then something really miraculous started happening. I started feeling I was not alone. I started feeling support and prayers, and this is really hard to explain. I started feeling energy coming from people. I'm not just sitting and talking to a camera, okay? I'm not alone in this room. I am along with a few hundred people, to be exact, 2,100 people, and that's a lot, okay? I get so many emails, I get so many comments with good words of support from people from all over the world. I've never heard anything like this in my life. And it literally gives me motivation, gives me energy. Yes, I am exhausted physically, I'm exhausted emotionally, but you know what? This helps so much, knowing that I have support of you. And I would like to thank you for that. This is pretty amazing. This is miracle number 2. Then miracle number 3. This is little things, okay, but they're like big miracles. I was having a trouble with internet. You remember that. The ones who watch my streams regularly, you remember internet. I was freezing up all the time, buffering, and the quality of streams were not good. I remember particularly bad day. I said, like, what should I do? Should I just continue, stick until the end, or should I just cut the stream right now because it's almost impossible to watch? And guess what? About 10 people emailed me right after the stream offering help. Their messages were almost identical. Hey, listen, I'm an IT guy. I can help you, I can walk you through, and this is what your problem. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. And every message was like, hey, thank you, keep on what you're doing, it's really important. There was a guy from Poland. There was a guy from British Columbia. There was a guy from the USA. There were a couple more guys from Europe, from all over the place. And with their help, they literally, in their emails, they actually wrote me what can be wrong with my internet. And I fixed it in a couple days, just like that. If that is not a miracle, you tell me what it is. I don't know. I consider this a miracle, okay? Another miracle, yesterday, someone asked me in the chat, why can't I buy a hoodie or a t-shirt with Inside Russia, something like Read Between the Lines? And all of a sudden I remembered that there are a couple services that actually you upload your designs, and they offer people to buy the sweatshirts, apparel, mugs, coffee mugs with that design, okay? And I was like, asking people like, hey, if anyone out there, a graphical designer, could you perhaps please help me out? Right after the stream, 4 people, boom. If that's not a miracle, you just tell me what miracle is. Another miracle, I'm not sure how much I or many people in this stream are connected to, but Maria Z was in Kiev. She was stuck with her mom, 81-year-old mom, and her 22-year-old son, and she was having a hard time, really hard time. She was in Kiev for 2 weeks, and we prayed for her every single day. And I was doing shout-outs on the stream saying, hey, if anyone can help. Was I? No. I wasn't. I was just praying, inviting everyone to pray with me. There was one person, she emailed me on Facebook and she said, listen, I know a guy who coordinates all humanitarian support and relief in Kiev, and I'm gonna put you in touch with him. And she did. And he got in touch with Maria. Anyway, wheels started turning, okay? In 2 days, Maria was out of Kiev. If that is not a miracle, then my friends, tell me what a miracle is, okay? And a couple days ago, I started noticing these things and I started like reflecting them. And you know what? They outweighed the bad stuff that has been happening to me. All this depression, all these bad feelings, all this feeling down, this despair, fear, these miracles, they weigh more. Because these miracles, I understand, I see that they happen, and they're gonna be happening throughout the life. And this is absolutely awesome, okay? Well, I feel like you are a part of a miracle as well, because you become such an awesome community of people who I don't know, but you keep on writing me with fantastic words, with wishes, with prayers. A person named Rafaela from Germany sends me every day. She sends me a prayer. Actually, she records, she prays, she speaks, records, and sends me recording so I can hear it. Things like that are absolute miracles, and you are the ones who create those miracles for me. And I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to thank you. And this is my message for you, my main message for today. I am really glad that I started YouTube. It has become much more than a hobby lately. Before, it was just a hobby. It was just a way to spend time and do something useful, showing people how my country looked like. But it has become much more than that lately. And I don't even know what it has become into, or it's just becoming, but I feel it's something big, okay? Because there are so many involved, and there are so many people touched by my words. They write me about that, and there are so many people touching my heart with their words, okay? It's not a hobby anymore. I don't know what it is, but certainly not a hobby. Well, this is my message, and thank you. I would like to turn on the chat right now so I could get your reaction. I would like to read your comments, and just let me know what you think, okay? I'll take a sip of water. For the ones who didn't read my message, it was a pretty funny story happened to me today. Let me, well, first of all, there are so many people watching right now, 2,100. Just a couple of words about my. No, this is Inside Russia channel. I stream every day from Moscow, Russia, and I am 45 years old. I am Christian, conservative. I have 5 kids, happily married, wonderful family. I'm an executive at a large construction company here in Russia. We also work in Ukraine and in Kazakhstan. Was born and raised here in Russia, spent a long time in the United States, 8 years, then spent 2 years in Uzbekistan, in 1 year in Ukraine, traveled all over. I've seen things. I know Ukraine very well. I've been there, I know so many Ukrainians, so many friends. That's who I am. And so this is just like a little personal introduction. And another thing, I would like to tell you a story, funny story that happened to me today. Look, I went to have replaced filling, tooth fillings, okay? And another miracle what happened is that I was given a doctor. Somehow my wife found a good doctor for her, dentist, and that dentist recommended very, very greatly, spoke very highly of a dentist, and I said, okay, I'm gonna have my teeth checked out. I need a filling. So I went to see, I walk into the office and it's a young guy, barely his 30s. And I'm like, what? What? This guy's gonna fix my teeth? My first reaction was like, I'm gonna go, I'm leaving. But then I'm like, it's not such a difficult job. I gotta give him a chance. He ended up to be one of the best dentists I've ever seen in my life. He's got talent. He's so young, but he does fantastic jobs. He's done 3 teeth, and he's gonna do the 4th tooth. So today I came and I sat in the chair, and they started, 2 people, dentist and dentist assistant. They started drilling my tooth, and I was just laying there like that, and minute by minute I fell asleep. I was so tired. And then I woke up a couple times, and I caught myself snoring real bad, and then I fell asleep, like deep sleep. After, I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever, the dentist was shaking and like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. Why? And both of them were so scared. They were appalled, okay? I snored so much, they actually thought I started suffocating and lost conscience. They thought I was dying. I'm like, why'd you wake me up? I was just having such a great sleep. And they looked, I was alive, and we all 3 of us started laughing. That was a pretty funny story. Yeah, I saw a super chat. Thank you. Hang on, let me... do something different here. And the super chat is with a question, I think. €5. You know what? I fall asleep everywhere, anytime since I'm sick. You get used to it, but I feel you. Finish mama. Thank you, Anna. Thanks for a super chat, and thanks. 25 PLN, Poland, Polish money. Robert Pafikowski. How many of those who support the operation are ignorant? Gruz 200 returning to Russia, make no impact. Please, and peace and love from Warsaw. Most of them who support, I think, are uninformed. they have no clue what really is going on. Okay, they listen too much to certain channels and they believe them. Okay, it's as much as I can say here safely, but I think you have pretty good idea. Um, it's funny. Speaking of Gruz 200, I haven't heard of anything in Russian media about Gruz 200. Okay, they're trying to keep it as down as low as possible, from what my understanding is. And so far, it hasn't made any impact. Okay, that's why I keep on asking question. Hey, where is the official data from Ministry of Defense? How many people? How many people? I keep asking. No answer. 498 on the day number 7. It's day number 28 now. Okay, how many people? So peace and love from Warsaw. My friend, peace and love to Warsaw from me, from Moscow. You know, this is such a tragedy. You know, forgive us, friends. Pleb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 20 Swedish money. 6th day, I am here watching. I hope you are good, Kay. Thank you so much. Thanks for the money. Thanks for watching. It's really important for me that you keep on coming back. You know, it's pretty cool. I'm okay. You know, I'm not. I can say I'm good, but I'm okay. Let's put it this way. I'm much better than most people in Ukraine. Kiwi News, $9 New Zealand dollars. I'm a rigger, construction and demo. Stay safe. Many of us want to help. Kia kaha. What's kia kaha? Would you please let me know? Thank you for support and thanks for wonderful words. Sheila Maddox, £9. Stay strong, friend from UK. Wish I could visit. I had a fantastic time in London. Been there a couple times. My friend is a British citizen and he's from Donbass. My best friend, I can say, he lives in London with 2 daughters and wife. Jaden Valdez, $10 message on miracles is giving me hope in US. Love you, my brother in Christ, and praying for you. Thank you so much. You know what? I am feeling so much better when I actually realized that miracles happen and have happened in my life in the past days. It's like I keep on praying for angels, okay, but I just start feeling like there are angels sent to me and they make things happen, okay, and this is such as just fantastic feeling, you know, it's hard to explain. There's hope for all of us, you know. Innova High Tech, $20. Thank you so much. No message. Money is appreciated. Thank you. $5 from Imperial 56. Konstantin, what's your favorite Soviet movie? Favorite Russian movie? That's a good one. Favorite Soviet movie? A few. I like comedies. Gosh, I can't even tell you. There are tens I actually like very much. There's a movie called The Garage. Once I watched it, I was a young kid, like 12 years old. I started taking interest in psychology because that's how, you know, I wanted to learn what drives people to interact with each other. So, but that's a comedy too. Garage. Бриллиантовая рука, that's a good one, a classic, all-time classic, you know. Полосатый рейс. Favorite Russian movie? There's a movie made by a famous Russian actor slash director, Mikhalkov, and it's made by a book by Bunin, and I forgot how it's called. Oh shoot! But it's about the events of the revolution 1917. Was released 4 or 5 years ago. I forgot. I'm sorry, but that's my favorite movie. I just don't remember the name. By Bunin's book. Okay, it's very famous. Hope I answered the question. Delstar24, $5. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. €50. Woohoo! Jen Wadgen. Thank you for your today's stream. After all these hard days, it was great to hear that the miracles still happen. Greetings from Slovakia. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Jan. Jan, there you go. That's how you pronounce your name. Jan, I think they're just getting started, okay? I really have faith in that. These miracles just getting started for me and for everyone else. Jules Goldstein, $20. You rock and your mods are awesome. The mods are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Diane Colvert, $10. Thank you for sharing with us. Prayer is very powerful. It is wonderful to hear about blessings. Thank you. Thank you. I totally agree with you. It's very powerful, and yeah, it's good to hear about them. Mopar 70, $10. Thank you. You're a genuine Constantine. Prayer for all of us. Let's pray at the end for all of us. Please join me. Exploring with the Zuinas, $5. Thank you so much. I see moderators at work, working hard. Stephen Graham, God bless inside Russia. Thank you. $250 check money from Michaela Constantinidis. Thank you so much. Your last name says that you are of Greek descent. Constantine is a Greek name, you know. Thank you for your support. And this is not the first time, Michaela, so really much appreciated. You are the usual suspect of super chats. Atom Motion, €5. Thank you so much. Thank you. Watched Guardians. It is like Russian Avengers. Guardians. I don't know what are the Guardians. I've never heard this movie. Joe Douglas, 20, New Zealand. There are so many people from New Zealand. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you. I don't know if people call you Kiwis. Is this like diminishing, offensive to you or not? Kia Kana means stay strong. Oh, there you go. Best wishes from little New Zealand. We're one big global family. You know what? One of the places I really want to go, always wanted to go, is New Zealand. You have great skiing, and overall, your country is considered like the best in the world for living standard, for people's relations, and for nature. So definitely, it's just such a long flight to get there, and there's so much money needed. That's a good one, the cannabis connection. Ah, that's so funny. $10. We get to see someone that we might otherwise dislike based on prejudice from the current circumstances. Amazing what togetherness and God can do. Bless you, brother. Thank you. Great words, and I hope to achieve just what you wrote in my streams and my videos and my YouTube channel. And this is the biggest goal, really. Angela Van Erp, $5. Looks like super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Dom M, also $5 super sticker. That's a pretty cool picture. Hiya, folks. 20 Canadian from Skylar. I hope your country can back to a normal so us Canadians can play some real hockey together. Much love, Toronto. Skylar. Unfortunately, I think Russia is getting done with hockey. This is gonna be the end of it. This is gonna be the end of it. Young Russians have no motivations to play hockey anymore. To play for Russian clubs were banned from International Hockey Association, from the Olympics, from the World Championships, and there are rumors that Russian players are gonna be banned from the NHL just because they're Russian. Okay. I doubt that we will continue to have, ice hockey legacy in my country, unfortunately. You gotta understand, this is what's going on right now is affecting all areas of our lives, and I think this is affecting the sports the first, like the soonest, because our Russian athletes have no motivation to keep on doing sports, because the only way you can make it in life with sport is, number one, you win the medals, like world championship, Olympics medals, things like that. Number two, you make money, okay? If no goals like this, then why would you train, and for what? There's no goal, So I think Russian sport has been cancelled. And unfortunately, that's not the international federations who cancelled it, but I think you all know who. Please read between the lines. Thumbs up. We can do better. Thank you. Hey, Pinball is here. Wonderful moderator. By the way, did I mention Pinball when I was naming moderators? My list is so long that I keep on missing people, A couple days ago, I forgot to mention Yarn Prepper. I'm not sure if I mentioned Pinball or not. Pinball. The royalty is here, by the way. Pinball is the guy that I look up every day. Mods, would you please put links to Pinball's channel? If you haven't seen Pinball Preparedness, you should go sign up right now and keep on watching his everyday video, because this guy, Pinball, is absolutely amazing. Every single day, right here. Okay, there's also always something interesting, always something great. Okay, today, Pinball, me and Natasha, we were watching your last video. You were sitting with American flag behind, in full gear, in bulletproof vest, with a shotgun, like handgun. And we were just like, me and Natasha, we were watching with our jaws dropped. We're like, wow, that's the sight we don't really see every day, Great video. $5 super chat, super chat from Cowboy Bebop. You gave a cool name just like Roman Emperor who accepted Christianity. And I believe he started the city Constantinople. Yes, my parents, I think, once told me they were thinking of that guy, the Roman emperor who gave the Christianity the birth, you know. They were thinking of him when they were naming me. Also, Constantine, it means constant, you know, in Greek. Постоянный. Pretty cool. I'm liking today's super live stream. It's kind of relaxing. There's so many people, 1,700. Chat is not too crazy, you know, and it's fantastic. It's like lighthearted today. No news about the special operation, no news about bloodshed and things like that. It's good to take a break once in a while, you know. There is a new sponsor. Thank you so much. Dr. Armagesmo. Pretty interesting name. Best live stream yet from Susan Nelly. Cox Johnson, hello Kostya, hello there. By the way, today's Tuesday, right? Holy cow. One of the things I keep losing track of time. The week has just begun for me, but it's already Tuesday evening, and it means that in a few days, in a few minutes, in a few hours, pinball is going live. Look, I'm gonna try to go to bed right now. Usually it doesn't work, but it's 1 hour after my stream. But I'm gonna run to bed, gonna get some sleep, wake up in 4 hours. Is it gonna be 4 hours? Yeah, 4 hours before you stream. And I'll try to make it. Whew. Couple more super chats. Desven. That's a good name. Das ver Lorraine Lied. Das ver Lorraine Lied. 9-year with no message. Thank you so much. And it's a very cool but very difficult name to pronounce. $19 from the Vidians Sodality. I thought it was Solidarity. The Vidian Sodality, $20 with no no message. Thank you. Kiwi News, Kia Kala, Kia Maya, Kia Manavu. You trying me tonight, right? You're just trying to break my tongue. Kia Ka, Kia Maya, Kia Manawai, Tereo Maori. Be strong, be brave, be steadfast. English is much easier than that, you know. Thank you so much for the super chat. 300 Czech money, Czech kron. Kazwo, greetings from Prague. Not far from the Baptist church at Vinohrady. You know where my mom and dad lived, and they lived at the church and they were taking care of the church? Sheberov Apatov, Praha 5. I'm not sure how far is it from you. Tom Skinner, welcome to the Inside Russia level. Okay, looks like mods are signaling me. 3 hours to Pinball's live stream, so that's gonna be tough. I either don't have to go to bed for that, or I have to sleep for 3 hours and wake up, which is difficult. Now, it would be easy if I was sitting in the dentist chair and I would be doing work on my teeth. Okay, I would fall asleep instantly and wake up in 3 hours, no problem. But once I hit the bed and the pillow, that's gonna be difficult. $20 a fox in space. That's Russian message. I want to read that. Any way to return the message? It was pretty cool. Mods, can you return that or it's gone for good? There's a rule that anything is not in English is deleted, but there's an exception, That was pretty nice message. I started reading it. Jamie Baird, $20. You are amazing. No, Jamie, you are amazing. Don't forget to close your door, Robert Bates. Okay, I cry if you don't say my name. Love and wishes all Russians well and prayers sleep well, Mr. Big. Okay, now I'm gonna say the name, so you don't cry. You might have a couple tears. Skåldangen. Is that close? Skåldangen DK. There you go. By the way, thank you, mods. You're doing such a great job. And guess what? Russian laws getting tougher and tougher by the day. They've decided to completely silence us. It's not funny. There's another law came out up to 15 years for criticizing or saying something against that can put Russian forces, like officials who work outside of Russia, in danger. We don't really know what this means yet to be explained by attorneys tomorrow. But this is crazy. So, mods are doing fantastic job. Thank you. Question, what are your most difficult feelings around these trying times? Finnish mama. Well, I told you. When we started bombing, I fell apart. It was so hard. I was how to say that? I didn't know what to do for 2 days. I couldn't do anything. I felt so emotionally destroyed. That was the hardest. And then what followed was pretty hard as well. When we kept on this operation, kept on fighting in Ukraine, people kept on getting killed and stuff like that. Maria her mom and son was stuck. And many other Ukrainians in Kiev were stuck, Just terrible. I made a video on that, how these things are affecting my life, like a week ago, something like that. Anyway, it's time to wrap up a little bit. We're 5 minutes over time limit. Come on, let's press 1,000 thumbs up. Thank you. Okay, amazing thing, one of the miracles I probably haven't mentioned, well, I certainly didn't mention that, but one of the miracles is somehow once I started like doing prayers and inviting people, then I kind of had this urge. It's really hard for me to explain. I don't know what it is, but some feeling inside that I've got to invite people who don't believe in God, agnostics, non-believers. And I basically did. Every time I invite everyone, regardless whether they believe or not. And a few people wrote me, a couple emails and a few comments saying that, hey, listen, I don't believe in God, but I prayed with you. And one guy wrote, this is my first prayer in ever in my life. And I just prayed along you. And I think this is also a miracle. And I'm not sure whether it's small or large. I just don't know. So anyway, I'm asking those of you who are Christian and who pray on regular basis, please join me. And the ones who are not Christian, who are agnostics, non-believers, I'm asking you to pay me back for all my time and efforts that I've put into doing this live stream and the other live streams, but not with money, but with just a couple minutes of your time. Just join me in prayer. It's not going to cost you anything. And you know what? You don't have to believe in God. But you know what? Perhaps He believes in you. So, my friends, please join me in prayer today. I'd like to finish up the stream with a prayer. Again, it's not pre-recorded or anything. It's coming from my heart. Lord and Savior, we pray for our brothers and sisters in Ukraine, in the land of Ukraine. Give them strength, courage, and grace. Bless our brothers and sisters in Ukraine as we pray in your name. May your kingdom come, you will be done. Dear God, thank you so much for all that you've given us today. Food on our table, roofs above our heads, loved ones that surround us, children, grandchildren, friends, colleagues. Thank you so much. Thanks for giving us income. Thanks for giving us means to live good lives. And thanks for letting us love you, showing us the way, opening our hearts and filling them with love. I want to ask you for people of Ukraine. Please help them. Please put sense into the heads of people who make decisions on these unfortunate events, who can stop them at turn of their finger. Please open their hearts and fill them with remorse and love. Please open their eyes and show them all the suffering that people are undergoing right now. Have them stop this bloodshed as soon as possible. Please put all you angels, send every single person in Ukraine, regardless who they are, Ukrainians, Russians, other nationalities, civilians, soldiers, it doesn't matter. Just send your angels and have your angels guard and keep people out of harm's way. Please help people in cities where fighting takes place right now, Kiev, Kharkov, and other cities and villages. Please help everyone there. Dear God, please send angels with sharp swords to fight demons that have hijacked my country, to get rid of those demons and send them to hell where they belong fast. Have angels run my country and make my country shine again. Make it included into the global community of friends. Make it show other countries and other people that this land is righteous and these people are good. Please give everyone who is praying and joined me in prayers that all their wishes and prayers are answered. All they asking for is granted. I would like to ask for a few people in my prayers, for Maria, for her son Valentin, her mom Svetlana, for Rafaela from Germany, who keeps on sending me prayers, and she doesn't give up. For Marianne B, trust a good member of this community, please give her strength and to go over all, feelings and pain that she's going through right now. Thank you so much, dear Lord. Amen. My friends, thank you very much. Thank you for coming to the stream. It's been a little lighthearted today. Much needed for me. I'm gonna go to sleep, so perhaps in 3 hours I'll be able to wake up for Pinball's stream and have just joined as just a bystander and a watcher, viewer. So thank you so much. You are awesome and you rock. And my mods, thank you a great deal. I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow.